2 days before, we have made elaborate preparations to address this cyclone, where we had information beforehand about the timings, about the possible impact of this. So we have ensured that all our machinery was ready to tackle this cyclone. And since last evening it's raining very heavily, so there are many instances of landslides, and there are uprooting of trees, and we are addressing this in a shortest possible time. So all our line departments, all our teams were there in the field, and as and when we are getting reports from the different localities, we are immediately ensuring that our teams should reach that localities, and we have shared our contact numbers of the nodal persons from all departments, including the BDOs, to even to the remote parts of the district, including all headmen of all villages, so that they will know whom to be contacted for any kind of emergency. So we are continuously monitoring the situation and ensuring that our teams should reach those places without much delay, so that we can minimize the loss of life and properties.
So, different districts have activated the incident response team. So what about this?
In our district also, incident response team was immediately activated after getting the information about the cyclone remark. So this is already activated, and all teams are in their place, and we have made an inventory of the logistics and entire resources available with us, and we have mapped the manpower with respect to different locations, and we have kept the reserve essential commodities and other relevant materials which are required for immediate relief in strategic locations in the district, so that they should reach the affected families and locations immediately.
So also a 24/7 district control room.
Yes, we have this 24/7 district control room in our office itself, so that they are there, they are available for any kind of contact, and so that they can activate the concerned teams immediately.
So any deaths reported in the district, sir?
So far no. So far no deaths were reported. There are very minor injuries in Meghalaya area regarding that landslide. But so far no deaths have been reported. But we had to evacuate few people because of they were in vulnerable locations. So we are making alternative arrangements for the relief and other kinds of distribution.
So what are these vulnerable areas that the district has identified? Which are the areas we can just mention?
So there are many areas. In fact, we surveyed entire stretch of roads that we have in the district, and PWD has identified the locations which are vulnerable in terms of landslide prone areas, and we also had a survey of electric lines which are to make them strong, so that they can withstand during this cyclone also. So these locations have been identified. It's a long list. We can share with you subsequently also. But in all these locations, we are keeping a close watch, so that the people should not be affected in these locations.
So who are all involved in this emergency response team? So if you can just mention
So
like that.
In this emergency, entire IRT, this emergency incident response team led by DC, all line departments are part of this team, including the BDOs, and even we have engaged some of the NGOs also who are working in this field. And we have engaged in this fire and emergency services, armed forces, and even traditional institutions, and all other departments like PWDs, MECL, THE department, health and family welfare, animal husbandry department, and many other similar departments, and supply department, of course, to ensure that essential commodities are available. And all these departments are part of this team. So for this cyclone, in fact, government released money in advance. So we don't have any shortage of funds to address this cyclone. So we have sufficient funds at the disposal of the District Disaster Management Authority to handle any kinds of emergencies. So again, the Disaster Management Department has informed us that if that money is exhausted, to inform the department, so that additional funds can be released to the district concerned.
So far, any compensation released to any people?
So far, in the last cyclone, we have released directly to the affected families firstly for the house damages, and if for some of the materials, and wherever there is relief materials in terms of essential commodities is required, we have released that also.